50 minutes by train from Sydney City. There is definitely no excuse to not come down to Cronulla. Let me show you why. Well, it's 5:55 this morning and I got up for sunrise, and unfortunately it's not the best. I think it is supposed to clear from about 10 a.m. this morning anyway, so hopefully the day will get better. But it is a beautiful and calm day. It's so flat out there this morning, which is really nice. That's good swimming for me. Plenty of people do get up early in the morning to walk the Esplanade. It's a great walk. Starting from Wanda Beach, heading all the way down to Salmon Haul. It's about 4.5 kilometres, so it's a really good walk. You get to see all the beaches, get to see a bit of Cronulla, obviously. And then in between, with some of the beaches, they actually don't really have a beach. You've got Shelly Beach, which has the Rockpools, which you can swim in, but an amazing little park there. It's got facilities for kids, it's got barbecue areas, shaded areas, toilets, and then obviously you get to swim in the Rockpool. Oak Park is also the same. Not really a beach there. Some of the local teenagers do jump off the cliffs there. Would not recommend it. But you've got the rock pools, which are pretty nice. And same thing, you've got barbecue areas, you've got shaded areas, and you've got toilet facilities there as well. Keep going past Oak Park. Just keep walking, just keep walking. The path is well laid out, and you will come across Salmon Haul. So this area here is actually known as the Wall. You can see that there's a wall there and a wall there. So when the lifeguards do tell you to stick to the area and stay away from the wall, or this is what they're talking about. So this area is known as the Wall, and it's the wall between Elouera Beach and North Cronulla. It gets really busy. In the morning, anywhere from about 6 a.m. through to about 10 a.m. There's people walking all day, but that's the busiest. I get people get up, go for a walk before work, have a coffee with their friends. It does tend to get a bit hot during the middle of the day in the middle of summer, of course, but it's still a busy walk. So you'll see most of the runners come out first thing in the morning as well, because it's just too hard to try and navigate along the path here. I actually don't mind a bit of cloud because it brings out all the colours, the pinks, the orange, the greys, the blues, purple. Absolutely stunning. Not a bad sunrise after all. Along the way, you'll see there's plenty of options to swim. You've got the rock pools between North Cronulla and South Cronulla. Very safe, a lot of families use them. And you'll always find in the morning, you'll find the lap swimmers. So they'll be swimming their laps in the morning before it gets way too crowded. The sunrise actually hasn't turned out too bad, so it's been pretty good. Ever changing. So we've just got the other lap pool or rock pool. People are using it as a lap pool this morning. Not a bad way to start the day. One thing when you are coming down to and passing South Cronulla on your Esplanade walk is there is always activity. It's only 6 a.m. in the morning. You've got the swim groups out, you've got the yoga groups out, your fitness groups. Everybody's out in the morning. You've got your rowers, your surf lifesavers. They're all here. It's always a buzz, 6 a.m. and there's so many people down here. It is always like that, especially in summer. Weekends as well. South Cronulla is always a busy and popular place, but there's also a place where you can stop off and get coffee barefoot on the beach. It's pretty good coffee and a lot of locals go there. So between South Cronulla and Elouera Beach, you'll actually find this reef, as you're walking between the two, you'll find this reef out in the middle of the ocean. It's actually called Shark Island. A lot of surfers use it, and it is a great little surfing spot. Yes, you are a fair way out from shore, but the locals love it. It's a great place. If you're into surfing, it's a great place to surf. You'll also come across the open ocean water swimmers. They'll start at South Cronulla and they'll come all the way out to Shark Island and then come back. If you like that open ocean water kind of swim, definitely. But yeah, your long distance swimmers, open ocean water swimmers will come out here. It's not a bad little spot. It's pretty picturesque, but you won't catch me out there. Not a bad little local spot. Blackwood Beach. You do have to come down some dodgy little tracks to get down here, and when it's very high tide you won't get down here because the beach isn't exposed. The only time you can come down here is when the beach is exposed. And yeah, but it's not a bad little spot. There is a reef here as well, or rocks I should say, rocks, as you sort of start to get in the water. So you just got to be mindful of that when you're swimming down here. It is unpatrolled, so you've got to also be aware of that. So swim at your own risk and your own choice. It's definitely another hot and humid day here in Sydney. Hopefully when the cloud clears, it'll be a lot better and hopefully a bit of that breeze can come through. It's been quite a week in terms of hot and humidity, but yeah, definitely working up a sweat this morning. I'll be back in that water again today. Great little walk. Picked up my coffee from Barefoot on the Beach. Cronulla in general, and I think Sydney overall, it's a very active kind of community and an active city, especially when you're living by the beach. The beach lifestyle is so attractive. So if you like a beach holiday, Cronulla, getting out of Sydney City and coming down to Cronulla is a great way to indulge in that. We've got so many beaches, so many options to choose from with the Rockpools. You've got the bay, you've got the national parks, you've got Royal National Park to the south, and then you've got the Kamei Botany Bay National Park to the north over in Kurnell. So there's so much you can do. You can have just a holiday within the Cronulla area. So Yeah, no excuse to not come down. A quick train ride, one train, you don't even have to change. It's so easy to get here. Check that out.